Alright, boys and girls, you know what today is. We're back at you with another moveset video. And you know what it is already. You know what we're doing. We got Mr. Mime, Galarian Mr. Mime, and then we got Mr. Rime. So we're gonna really focus on Mr. Mime in this, but just because I think he's a little bit better. Believe it or not, the pre-evolution's a little bit better, and then we're going to go into a Mr. Rime moveset as well. But before we start, this is an Ice-type Pokemon. We got to get the right hat for this. We're looking good. We're ready to go. This is our ice hat. You know, the beanie's just casual. Casual. And while we're at it, also, we're at Ash's mom's house because you know what we're doing? We're talking about Mr. Mime. This is his habitat. Alright, let's hop right in. We're going to go over Mr. Rime first, and then we're going to go over Galarian Mr. Mime. We're going to do typing, we're going to do stats, and then we're going to go moves. So to start out, stats are looking okay for Mr. Rime. Nothing special. At first look, I'm like, no way is this thing going to be OU, and it probably isn't. But HP average, attack is pretty bad. Special attack, I'll take that. I'm a little sad the attack is like significantly lower than the special attack, just because I really liked some of these attacking moves he had. So obviously special attacking. Speed is where he really hurts. 70 speed is not good, especially in this meta. And then to top it off, I'd say like our special defense is fine. I'm pretty happy with that. Type effectiveness. So this is pretty big, right? We're weak to a lot of typing. Rock, ghost, bug, steel, fire, dark. That's 6 typings, homie. Like, that is not good. Especially when you have like a dark and steel typing, which I think is used pretty commonly. Same with rock. I'm kind of cool with the bug and the ghost weakness. I'm not too concerned. There's not too many mods in the meta that go against that. Maybe something like Galarian Corsola, or even like Mimikyu. Not that that's overly meta, but there's a bunch of different possibilities. We are resistant to Psychic and Ice, which is our 2 typings. So you know what? If you're going against another Galarian Mr. Mime, good on you. Alright, so moves that stand out right away. These are going to be the moves that he learns. We're going to go over TM and TR in a second, but a lot of stuff is situational, or it's a lot of setup, right? You got things like Light Screen, Safeguard, Reflect, I already said that, Misty Terrain. I really like Rapid Spin, just because it got a buff in this generation where it both clears the hazards, but it also does more damage, so that's actually really nice. And you get a speed boost. Gotta love the speed boost. And then I'd say his attacking moves are gonna be stuff like Psychic, Freeze Dry. I'm pretty sure he can learn Blizzard, which is like a TM, stuff like that. I'd even consider Dazzling Gleam. I like Dazzling Gleam, especially in doubles. What it really sucks is Ice Shard here is a physical attacking move. If you do run like a defensive set on Galarian, or not Galarian, on Mr. Rime, he's in the Galar region, I would take this. I'd be down for it. Icy Wind is also another option. I really like that, especially for the secondary effect. Sucker Punch is always cool. He's got a decent moveset. So going through the TMs and TRs, I do really like Blizzard. I really like Ice Beam, Psychic. Let's see, Shadow Ball can be okay. You could try a rest like a Sleep Talk setup. I don't really know how that will go. Other than that, just a lot of offensive options in the TM and TR moves. Most of your like setup stuff you can find here in your already learned moves. Okay, let's hop over to Galarian Mr. Mime, right? Attack, bad. HP, not the best. Defense, not the best. Special attack, pretty good. Still worse than Mr. Rime's. Special defense, pretty good, worse than Mr. Rime's. But the speed is higher, which is huge in my opinion. So with Galarian Mr. Mime and Mr. Rime, you're looking at the two and you're like, wow, the stats for Galarian Mr. Mime are just not good. here's how we're going to fix that. We're going to get around that with an Eviolite, which, if you don't know, it's an item where if you don't have a fully evolved Pokemon, then it doesn't double, but it gives a 50% chance, or not chance, 50% increase to the defense and the special defense. So I ran the numbers here. Let me pull these up. All right, so I ran the numbers, and we're gonna go from 65 defense to 97, and then 90 defense to 135, which is actually pretty huge. And you could see I had a bunch of other notes on there. I do my research, boys. I do my research. Which, this actually might be like an explanation on why Game Freak would nerf Galarian Mr. Mime compared to the regular Mr. Mime. Yes, it gets that extra type, which is huge, but with the now having the chance of Eviolite, it has to get nerfed a little bit on that special defense, or else it would be really beefy. But yeah, just to note, Mr. Mime, Farfetch, all the Pokemon who got Galarian forms that now have evolutions like Corsola, the original form, the Kanto form or the Johto form or wherever it's from, it doesn't get the Eviolite boost. Again, it's going to have the same weaknesses and resistance, not much more to say there. And then looking through the moves, they're pretty much all the same. It's the same line, right? I didn't think anything would stand out that didn't the first time around. One thing I don't know if I pointed out is some of the breeding moves. I do like Hypnosis, and I like Confuse Ray and Fake Out. Really, Confuse Ray is not going to do it for me, but Fake Out is going to be huge. And you're like, whoa, Tom, Hypnosis? That's kind of a weird pick. I don't feel like many people use Hypnosis these days, especially with that fat 60 accuracy. Well, I'm going to show you why in this set. I'm going to show you why I take it. Alright, let's start with Mr. Rime, right? I have two sets for Mr. Mime. One's going to be like a setup set, and one's going to be an offensive set. Mr. Rime, he just kind of yeets it, you know? Like, this is a fun moveset. The other two are a lot more serious. So I really focused on that special attack because that's where Mr. Rime thrives. Special defense and HP, I kind of like split those up. I'm not too worried about defense here, and then I went Calm, which is just getting more of that special defense boost. So the big thing with these moves, you're looking at this and you're like, Tom, what are you doing? You got Nasty Plot, makes sense. You get a huge special attack boost. Even if you didn't want to put anything into special attack, I think you could build this man defensively and still use Nasty Plot and just like set up on people. Like, I think that is definitely an option. But with all those weaknesses, I don't intend for him to live that long. So we're really just yeeting it up this bat. We wanna hit hard fast. So we got moves like Blizzard, Focus Blast, Hypnosis. You're thinking, these moves miss. 70%, 70%. 60% chance, and let's real talk it. These all feel like a 30% chance to hit, not a 60, not a 70. So this could be frustrating, right? But we have Blunder Policy, which is a really cool item. If the holder misses because of accuracy, it raises speed by 2 stages. So I put this on him because his speed is terrible, right? 70 max speed. Not very good, but with that 2-stage speed boost, you're going to be outspeeding a lot of the average mons in the meta. You're still going to get outsped by a lot of those fast boys, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge because more than likely you're going to miss one of these attacks, and if you don't, that's 110 power for a Blizzard. That's 120 power for a Focus Blast. You could throw in like a Psychic move instead of Hypnosis for more of a rounded out team, but if I do have that speed boost and speed priority, I do like a little Hypnosis action on there. Also, I feel like Hypnosis is just that, like, for sure I'm gonna miss this move. Low key with the glasses, I kind of look like Mr. Rime, not even gonna lie. Last off though, I take Screen Cleaner. It's not that big of a deal which ability you take, in my opinion, but I really do like Screen Cleaner. I believe it's a newer ability, if not a new ability. It removes screens and veil effects on switch ends, which is pretty big. I think Pokemon's doing a really like good faith effort on trying to get rid of a lot of the annoying things like screens and hazards in this new generation. Alright, so let's move to our first Mr. Mime set. This one is going to be more of a defensive set, more of a setup set. I really like this guy in a doubles scenario. So if you have a really nice attacker next to you and then you got Mr. Mime as your support on your side. So I would take Screen Cleaner. That's a nice switch in to have when you're like, okay, like this is annoying. They set up Reflect and what is the other one? Light Screen. Duh. Okay, so they set up those two, like it's a really nice switch in. We talked about that before. And this guy can put up some screens for you. I think that's what he was used in the past for, when everyone would use Mr. Mime, and I like that. Putting up these two screens could make or break your game. Along with that, I got Blizzard and I got Psychic. These two are just really hard-hitting moves. If you want something that's more accurate, I'd go for Ice Beam. Freeze Dry is also a really nice pick because it's super effective against Water-type Pokemon. But other than that, it's key to have this Eviolite on there. You need it, or else why run Mr. Mime at all? Alright, and last, just looking at the EVs, IVs, I don't think you're going to disagree too much with me. Defense and special defense, we're going to boost up, we're going to make this boy nice and beefy. You could just be like, yo, I only want to pump his special defense. Like, I'm that confident. Like, I want him to be a special defensive wall. You can take down the defense, throw up the HP. Other than that, I do run Timid, which most people would expect more of a defensive set, but I run Timid because there's a lot of 100 base speed Pokemon in the meta, and a lot of them aren't running speed for whatever reason. We actually went over a lot of movesets in other videos where we didn't run like a speedy moveset for an 100 base speed Pokemon. So this would give me the priority over those, and I think priority is huge when you are trying to set up those screens. Okay, so the last Mon, the last Mime, he's a little special. He's a special boy. So we are going for special attack this time. I'm boosting his special defense. I figure if he's going to get hit with a offensive move, a straight up attack move, then I don't think I'm living, TBH. That's a low defense stat. So Eviolite, really nice. It's going to boost me. I'm going to be a huge special defensive wall along with having a massive special attacking tech. So I like Fake Out. It's not going to do any damage for us since we're not putting any stock into our attack because it's so bad. But I like it because you can stun one of the Pokemon off the bat, and in a doubles format that's actually really useful if you can predict like, hey, this one's switching in, this is staying in to hit me hard, I can fake out the one that's going to hit me hard. Other than that, I'll set up with Calm Mind. I do like to get that special defense boost since I am building this guy as kind of a dual tank, dual sweeper. If I want to like full send it, we could go Nasty Plot like we did for Mr. Rime. That's a really good option, but I do like Calm Mind getting that special defensive boost as well. Then I went Freeze Dry because I really like the 10% chance to freeze and the super effective against water. It's worth it for me to get 20 less power compared to an Ice Beam. And then I went Psychic because it's just like a really nice Psychic move. You could do something like Dazzling Gleam, you could do Blizzard, they hit both Pokemon in a doubles format. I think that's really useful, but this is just kind of what I've been playing with, and this is what I've really enjoyed. Alright, those are my movesets. I actually really like this Mon. I've seen him in a lot of Wi-Fi battles watching on Twitch and stuff too. He looks like really fun to use. I've been using some on Showdown, and I think he has a nice like doubles component. I don't see him being OU, even though he has been getting a decent amount of usage. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos like this. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I already have a few queued up. I think I'm going to do an SQ video, the penguin dude with the block. I don't know if I said that right. I'm probably going to do the OP dragon in this, Dragapult. Bro, these names, like the first like month or whatever of Pokemon, I'm always bad with the pronunciations, as seen by my Zacian video. Yeah, that's how I pronounce that. Okay, so I'm gonna peace out. Have a good day, everyone. It's been DeClark and I. Bye.
Count what you have now, don't count what you don't.